Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. This is going to be an early video. Yes, we're recording here in Arizona at 4:48 in the morning. What are we doing? Well, I got to get going. So I just have to go ahead and give you guys this information. This is an important video. So share this video, put it on Stock Twits, educate the masses. This video is not going to have any data in terms. I'm sorry, it is going to have data, but it's not going to have SEC 8, 13F and all this other stuff we do. This is going to be telling a story of the aging population and showing you data and primary research that goes into what's going on, and it's going to give you the investment picture of what Medicare Advantage is. Okay, so. Let's without further ado, let's get started. First things first. Thank you for the 6,000 subscribers. We just hit a milestone. This is awesome. Thank you for everyone who's hit. 6,000 people have hit the subscribe button. So that's really cool. Considering that I'm not really a YouTuber in terms of that's my primary career. I'm actually going to be a doctor. So this is honestly great. So thank you. And I will obviously, respect, this trust and honor this trust that you here to listen. So let's get to it. So let's get to the analysis. So you may be asking yourself, so why do I have a picture of a golf course? And isn't this guy on a meme? When you buy the dip, I think it's come from this guy, right? And it just keeps dipping, right? So why am I on a golf course, right? So, in fact, I'm about to go golfing right now. So the reason being is yesterday I was at the golf course as well. I was actually like in the evening, and I just spoke to this wonderful gentleman, a very nice man, and actually brought my dog to the golf course and was able to have him run around in the grass, and he was just like, I made sure I, had my significant other hold him, and I hit the ball. No one was hitting balls, by the way. They were closed or they're after hours, and the ball was hit. We're watching the sunset, and I was like, "Go get it!" And he was just running all the way there and come back. But before I did that, I was having a conversation with an elderly man in his seniors. Well, not just yet elderly. And, we were talking about, how could we improve the golf course, what we can do to make it better, and how can we, serve the members there. And, I was like talking to him about like how, every day 10,000 Americans are turning 65. There's going to be more people here. It's getting packed. A lot of elderly people like to go golfing. When they get old, they retire. What do? They go golf. They get out, get some sunlight, relax, meditate, do some walking, bend down, focus on their balance. And then he was like, we're talking about that. And I was like, honestly, I'm also on the investment side for the insurance side. So you'll probably meet me also on the insurance side of things. He's like, you know what? I'm 64, right? And he said something, and this is what I want to communicate to you. This is the climax of the story. He said, I'm about to become 60. I'm about to turn 65 next year, and I just can't wait to get Medicare Advantage. Just having the relief, knowing that if something were to happen, I would be able to be covered for something. And that couldn't be more than the truth, right? So we're getting 60 people turn 65, 10,000 of them every day. And here's the trend for golf real quick here. And you can see here that, golf clubs, balls, gear, footwear. This is projection of 2030. You can see it basically growing into $1 billion business. Now, again, we're not investing in golf here, right? But again, you can get at the same thesis to looking at it from a different lens. It just so happens that we're hitting it, from the investment side. We're winning from both angles here. From the All Stock Trades channel, we're talking about the insurance side, right? And in this video, we're going to explain these types of trends. So, an aging America. demographic revolution. So the big one here is 10,000 Americans turn 65 every day. So today, happy birthday to all the 65-year-olds, and all 10,000 of them on average who've turned that age. There's a projected increase, significant growth in the elderly population expected over the next 10 to 30 years. The implications, this shifts the demand, social services, and the economy. And we are slowly seeing that this is coming front and center regarding the whole Medicare battle. So I wanted to basically reference you this from a primary research article that states that Medicare Advantage, the private plan alternative to traditional fee-for-service Medicare, has been growing rapidly over the course of the past 2 decades. The share of Medicare beneficiaries in MA plans have risen from 19% in 2007 to, yes, you heard it correctly, 50% in January 2023. And MA enrolls 30.2 million beneficiaries. That is a lot of people, guys. And that growth rate is pretty juicy. And again, Clover can grow faster than that. And we'll talk about why. So just like I showed you the projection of the golf course, here's the projection of Medicare Advantage plans and the enrollment and the actual and the projected. If we go back here, well, first let's wait. If we go 2023, this data was taken in 2022. MA enrollment is projected to be approximately 47.9% growth. Well, this article is recent, and you can see the growth was actually 50%, which means that this is undervaluing the growth. It's growing higher than that. And so the trend will continue, right? Now, let's break this down. Number one, MA's significant growth from 2007 to two. Okay, we already talked about number one. Let's go number two. I labeled it in red, so I remember, but I forgot that we already talked about one here. So number two, previous studies findings. This is important. Early research using data up to 2019 indicated that MA growths was notably faster among Black, Hispanic, and duly enrolled Medicare and Medicaid beneficiaries. Most growth came from existing Medicare beneficiaries switching to MA, not new enrollees. You have to ask yourself, why are they switching? High-need MA beneficiaries were more likely to switch back to traditional Medicare. That's the issue. Well, Clover is targeting high need. And they're targeting populations that have been historically misrepresented and marginalized, indicating that they're targeting those folks. Some research gaps in the article I was looking at was a lack of comprehensive data on the switch between MA and traditional Medicare over time. Why are they switching? That's the billion-dollar question, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, number one, enrollment growth. MA enrollment surged 6.3 million in 2005 to 30.3 million in 2022. By the way, this is I'm presenting this to you in a very like I'm giving you a professional presentation. So this is for serious investors, serious folks that want to learn about this, not your traders, which we saw a Reddit post recently about. So let's get back to it. So with a significant acceleration post 2017. So interestingly, Medicare has been accelerating post 17, which is why it was the best time to get it in the market. Okay. The majority of this increase is attributed to beneficiaries switching from fee-for-service Medicare to MA. That was a big switch. Now, switching trends. From 2006 to 2008, switching rates to and from MA were comparable but diverged post 2010, favoring MA. The largest gap was 2021, with a 7.8% switch rate to MA versus 1.2 to fee-for-service Medicare. We experienced a lot of growth in 2021, didn't we, or did we not? Policy changes and market exits impacted these trends. Characteristics of switchers, zooming in on who switches. Men, Black, and Hispanic beneficiaries and disabled individuals and rural residents showed higher switching rates to MA. Again, this is why Clover Health likes to target these areas and in these populations that historically insurance companies do not target. Also, younger beneficiaries under 65 were most likely to switch as well. Didn't we say this is for 10,000 Americans turning 65? There is an asterisk regarding MA. Individuals can qualify for it if they have debilitating disabilities. There's some exceptions. Number 4, timing and patterns. Most switches occurred during January and February, which is why our beloved Belize in our stock terminal looks at this data. Aligning with Medicare enrollment rules, switching patterns revealed higher enrollment among minorities, disabled, dually eligible, and rural residents in MA. Younger, healthier also were most likely to switch. Implications of switching. Why are they switching? We've been talking about switching. Why? The study suggests that the attractiveness of MA plans offering additional benefits and lower costs might be driving the increase in switching rates. So it's about the lower costs. Also, disparities in dual eligibility. Increasingly, these dual folks increasingly prefer MA, possibly due to the additional benefits offered by the dual eligible special needs plan, or DSNPs. Conclusion: the shift from fee-for-service Medicare to MA, especially among young, healthier beneficiaries, is a significant factor in the growing MA enrollment. A lot of folks can't wait also to turn 65 to get into these. From the paper I was referencing, Exhibit 1, Medicare Advantage enrollment and net increases. You can see that there was an uptick here up on the slope that changed the Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1 slope. You also saw another one uptick here. But overall, you see this in a positive trend. This is why Chamath Palihapitiya specifically stated that he has never been and seen such visualization in his CNBC interview. This is the visualization he was talking about. If you would like to learn more about the paper I was referencing, here it is. It's open access. Medicare switching, patterns of enrollment growth in Medicare Advantage from 2006 to 2022. I would like to thank the authors who conducted this research that was just recently published on September 2023. It may be not open access, maybe because I have my university and all this other stuff. Maybe it opened up for me. I think it's open access. Maybe it's not. I don't think so. But anywho, that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoy this video, consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Last but not least, for the folks that are interested, we do have a Black Friday sale. There's a link down below. And if you're interested in our free news articles, we have over 60 articles. We are going crazy with them. Fundamentnews.com, link down below. Overall, it's a privilege and honor to serve the subscriber community. I would like to thank you for all the 6,000 subscribers. We will continue to keep, doing the due diligence and sharing the insights. And all I ask for you is just sit back and relax and ask some good questions. It doesn't have to be good. Just ask some questions. All right, Mr. Brilliant QC. It's a pleasure to have you here. And I'm gonna go do some golf. Have a wonderful good morning. I'll see you on the next one.